What is going on, everybody? We're back with another and a final New Trek Who Dis, where we talk about the latest Star Trek series, and that happens to be Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And today, we're talking about the Season 3 finale, entitled New Life and New Civilizations.
That's the title.
That's good.
My name is Will. This is the other host.
My name is Caleb, and I'm a regular at this.
He's regular, and we got a special guest.
It's me, it's Anna.
And you're about to watch some New Trek Who Dis.
Who dis?
Be more shut, Bubba.
Goodbye, 1966. Yes, the times are changing with new stories and sweet kicks, and Mr. Warfare dancing. Red alert, set phasers to fun. Incoming message, the podcast has begun. From Pike to Freeman in the mix, let's get our Star Trek fix. Paying homage to the classics. It's New Trek Who Dis. Who dis? It's New Trek Who Dis. Who dis? It's New Trek Who Dis. Who dis? It's New Trek Who Dis. Who dis?
So, before we get into an absolute film
Banger.
spoiler review, what would the two of you rate
Oh,
this episode out of 5 deltas?
so I have something fun planned.
Okay.
I would like us all on the count of 3 to put up fingers and say our number.
Okay.
Ready? So on 3. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. 3. So I gave it a 3 because I'm being very generous.
Yes, you are. But that's
Well,
okay.
it's
There are
5.
some ridic-
5 is max.
Yeah, to me, like 3 is average. And then
Okay, so 5. Yeah, right. So 5 is max. So I'm going to change mine. I'm going to change mine to 2.5. There you go.
there you
Do
go.
the maths. I'm going to do some maths.
Do the maths.
So, that would make our official rating 1 3/4.
Oh my god, that's some good maths.
And our guest rates it a 1.
Yeah, you guys are right. I'm not saying I'm right.
Hey, it's subjective.
It's not.
So,
It's-
before we jump into spoilers, what would be your feeling? What would you say about it without spoiling it?
My feeling about it without saying it is it's exactly what I knew it was going to be. It didn't surprise me. It didn't really hold my attention. There's some stuff in it that I enjoyed,
Mhm.
but I say that every week on the show. So
Well, you got to find the good, otherwise, why are you watching it?
yeah, why do it, right? Why
Right.
Trek?
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't. This is what I expected out of it, and then just to make this the finale is it's just abysmal, honestly.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So yeah,
What do you say there, special guest Anna?
It's not worth watching. I don't know. If you like content that makes no sense, you'll love it. How's that?
Mhm. Yeah. So this whole season.
Yeah.
So the thing that I'll say too about this, well, maybe we'll talk about the entire season after we do.
We totally will. Yeah, generally, I feel exactly how you feel, Caleb, was that, like, this was color by number finale, and I had a hard time, like, literally trying to find anything that had actual substance to it that mattered, so that, like, it made me want to watch season 4. And it's like there was stuff in it, like you said, but it didn't have any heft to it.
Yeah.
Without like spoiling it, the point of this episode is that the Pike and Maria stuff, like that's the point of this episode. It's just one of those things where it's like they try to pull your heartstrings. So,
Yeah.
oh man. But hey, guess what? I've already seen The Cage. That came out in 56. So
Yeah.
I don't really care. Like I'm waiting as a fan, I'm waiting for her to die. I'm waiting for Pike to get
Right.
mortally wounded.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Like that's where I'm going
Right.
as a fan. So this isn't a surprise to me that she dies, but you could have just killed her off. I don't get this whole convoluted
Right.
ancient creatures fighting these ancient creatures, but she's the piece because they took blood from 2 different people and now she's an immortal.
It makes no sense.
being. Like I don't get it. I'm sorry. Like it's yeah. Anyway,
That sounds like it's certainly going to get into spoilers.
Recommend we go to Red Alert.
Red alert!
Well, you know what? I think the majority of this is going to be a tear down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what are some things that we liked?
So honestly, for me, the only part of this that I really did like was that it seemed like Pike and Marie in an alternate time place got to enjoy a happy life. And I did like that. I liked seeing them grow old. I like seeing their daughter get married to the kid that he can't save. I think that's good. I enjoyed all that stuff. I enjoyed the knocking on the door being like
Oh,
a
yeah.
running part of that. So as far as like character send off, whatever, but I did
Yeah.
enjoy getting to see like they did get to have like this fake happy life together, an alternate reality, right?
Yeah.
It didn't really happen, but it played out.
But it did in his mind, which is,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
So I enjoyed that. I thought that was at least nice, but other than that, I don't get it. For one,
Oh, no, yeah.
it's a lot of convoluted stuff that happened 18 episodes ago that they wanted so hard to be like this major plot that doesn't make sense. It doesn't go anywhere other than for it to like, kill off Marie. And then you had
Right.
that last week's episode where she fights for her job and
Right.
then she gets this great promotion and then she's like, "Yeah, but I don't feel like that's what I should be doing. I feel like I have this greater purpose." And it's
Yes.
like, since when? Like, why?
Yeah.
It's just like every other
Right.
episode where it's like last week ends on a thing. This week's episode starts and I was like, "Hey, remember that thing that we did 14 months ago?"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And, I mean, they legitimately present this story in like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Well,
And they're like spread out too.
the entire plot of this season is 3 episodes.
Yes.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the rescue of them in the beginning. Shuttle to Kenfori is them getting the plant, which helps stabilize her. And then
Yeah.
it's a lens through time, which is
And
basic.
Banga's, yeah.
It's basically this thing, right? This is the
Mm,
sequel to that episode.
yeah. So 4 episodes altogether.
Right.
Yeah.
Out
And
of 12?
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And
Yikes.
it's a thing where I think if they had maybe done it back to back, I could have followed it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And also, when we were watching it, and they're in that whatever that room, I don't even remember now, but they were like all talking about how she's been changed as a person. That human DNA, Illyrian DNA, the Chimera flower blossom, and Gorn DNA has all made her like this multi-dimensional, all
Yeah.
species thing. And they were going through it, and Adri was like this doesn't make any sense, so I hope that they go and like continue to flesh this out. And I was like, this is that
No.
scene. If you're not
Yeah.
like if you don't
No, this
understand it, they're not gonna talk about it
they
again.
they just did. They just flushed it out.
So what I liked about it was I did enjoy the fact that even though it made no sense and they didn't explain it, and the scene where the door is knocking and he hears it and she's like, "No, come back. Don't," like, no idea what that means. Made no sense. Other than that, I liked the whole like living out a life together in his mind, because that's a Star Trek thing. We've seen that before in the Inner Light
Yeah.
in other episodes. And I like that they're playing to actual Trek. I did appreciate that. And the other thing I enjoyed was about, I guess in the same vein of that, is like good storytelling often like begin and ends mirrored each other, or in the same manner. So like their relationship opens at the cabin in the snow
Oh
and
yeah.
it ends in the cabin. And it's like, okay, I appreciate that they kind of like use some good storytelling there. And then thirdly is when Will and I were talking about it last night, he was like, I mean, what did you like about that? And I was like, the costumes were good. He was like, what of substance did you like? And then I
The
brought up the Inner
costume.
Light thing. But I did like their costumes, their outfits on the planet. I thought the costume design like department did a good
Well,
job.
yeah, and getting to see them like dress as the locals was like a fun
Yeah.
Enterprise nod.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I definitely like didn't get it all wrong, but like
Yeah.
those things don't really matter.
I like the two ships shooting the door open in perfect sync. And they had to bring Kirk back for the finale, so that was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that irritated me greatly.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, my captain would do anything to help you guys, but you might as well talk to me. I'm basically the captain
Right.
now."
Right.
I'm
I
in
did,
charge and I'm also at the helm. So
It's like you definitely wouldn't put two Vulcans, right? She's a Vulcan, he's a Vulcan.
they
She's also the
will.
captain. Like,
They serve together in the future.
right. It's because they have to ham fist in how Kirk and Spock are such
It
besties.
just it hurts me because I love the legendary characters that they've selected. Love this guy as Kirk. I love Spock.
I know.
I love them together. I love the whole mind meld scene. I love the whole like, well, no, I don't want to do that. Well,
Yeah.
maybe we should do that. But hey, don't judge me for what happened on Kinfari
yeah.
4, like don't. I like that stuff. I want more of that, but I don't want it yet. I don't want it in Pike's show.
Yeah.
And
We
I
say
think
it every week. And
Yep.
it's just going to get worse. I just feel like next season is just going to be nothing but Kirk
Yeah.
and
I did
Bones
like,
joining and doing stuff, and then Pike blows up. That's it.
right. I did like that they finally opened with a Pike captain's log. It literally was like the
Well, it's
first
been
time
12
that,
episodes.
right. It's been quite a while. It's just so sad to see Pike sidelined in his own show just consistently. They're making me like genuinely kind of sick to death of Kirk.
Yeah.
And it's
I
just
see. I
like,
don't.
Kirk is
Yeah.
not the best captain. Can we all just like relax about Kirk for the love of God? Just like, he's fine. He's great. He's the OG. But like, he's not the end all be all. And they just, I mean, I know it's the nature of the timeline of the show. It's just whatever. Kirk's not my
Yeah.
favorite, so I'm irritated by it. But it's just that like Anson Mount was such a good actor and
Yeah.
such a cool and interesting character that we've never seen before. And then they finally gave it to us, and then they were like,
But
You're gonna
yeah.
you're gonna get more Kirk content."
And I agree with you because honestly, I enjoy Kirk a lot.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah,
think a
and
lot of the
everybody
TOS
does.
stuff is overrated and underrated at the same time. But I love Ensign Mount too. I love Pike. It's really great. I mean, that's what like endeared me to the show in season one. I was like, man, this is such a cool concept. Like, they got
I
this cool
know.
guy to play Pike
I
who
know.
has, what, one episode not beeping.
Right.
And
right.
it's like, it's
Right.
just cool. You can do a lot with it. You can do a lot
Yep.
with it. And they brought in
I
these other
know.
characters that are great, but I feel like the writing this season has just placated to what actual actors want to do. They keep
Yeah.
writing around Pike, they keep making him weaker and weaker. There was a lot of scenes this season where he was in charge of stuff and then he got knocked out immediately and everybody else had to like save the day, which is fine.
It's
Archer was
fine when
always
you have
getting
like six
beaten up
seasons
too.
with the captain.
But I think I honestly will say, and I know, it's a whole workplace issue thing, but I feel like New Trek really is affected by not having like a 20 something episode season.
Agree.
Because the storylines that they want to tell, it feels like they're going by at warp speed sometimes. There's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
there's like one line, it's like it explains this whole thing, and they say like one line about it. And then they move on to the next thing. And it's like, can we just like develop it? Can we just talk about it? Can we just
Yeah.
Right.
explain what's going on? And they don't, because
They
we
don't.
got to get to next week's episodes because they're all going to be Vulcans.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to love it. And you're like, yeah, but what about the main story beat? Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll say one line and continue it.
She's scared of Gorn.
That is like my biggest problem with this episode is just like as far as writing goes, like the pacing sucks.
Mhm.
The pacing is truly one of the worst pacings I've ever witnessed in any kind of entertainment.
So, and that's how, so in the scenes where they're like living out their future and it fast forwards like 10 years at a time,
Yeah.
is how this entire season has felt to me.
Yes.
We're doing this important thing, this Gorn battle. Oh, we put him to sleep. Oh, but
Right.
Ortega, she's terrified of Gorn. And then 4 episodes later, oh, I
She's
crash landed
best
on a
friends.
Gorn. I'm best friends with Gorn. I can't believe they killed this Gorn.
Yeah, and I'm mad at La'an for doing so.
But the thing is, like, they also don't play to any of it.
No. You like
Terrible.
this new nurse character who's really cool? You could do a lot with? Yeah. Oh, he's dead. He's been dead the
Yeah.
whole time. You'll never see him again. Oh, yep. He was the main bad guy this season. Can you believe
So
it?
that scene where that lady on the planet gouged her eyeballs out,
Yeah, that was a great scene.
I was
Really good
like,
scene.
at first I was like, oh my God. And I mean I still am. It was really graphic.
It was
and
pretty
disgusting.
intense for a Star Trek episode.
It was
that did
really
nothing.
rough, actually. But I don't like eyeball stuff either. I was like, oh, it's because he doesn't have eyes. It's
Yeah,
literally
get
a
it?
cult, and
Mhm.
he's the cult leader, and
Yeah.
they're like, we must jab our eyes out, I guess.
You're right. But when the
But like,
monster
what
comes
point
out,
did that serve?
Nothing. When the monster comes out, he has eyes, so
Yeah.
I
he can
was
see.
not even paying attention at that point, to be honest.
Thing
And
that's
then Mbanga's like, I have to finish this.
yeah,
It's like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
because
See this.
he likes them.
I feel like the story that they wanted to tell was that like, hey, so time is like a circle, right? It's not like a rug. So they're saying like, hey, so this portal was made, billions of years ago. But look, isn't that crazy? It's written in Mbanga's language,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it's like about him as a child. Isn't that crazy? He's like, yeah, I would like to see more of that stuff. Explain it more to me,
Right.
please.
It made no sense. They did not make it make sense. They didn't explain it. They didn't give it any
No.
time.
The episode where they're on the planet in that room, and they're like, well, we're in the same room, just in different time periods.
Yeah, that was kind of
That
cool.
was cool, but
Yeah.
like, do more with it.
Right.
They just have to rush it. They just have to rush it. And then it's like they're rushing it because they're like, well, Marie dies in this episode, so we have to give them like a good send off. So like we have to spend time on that.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was like the whole story falls apart because I don't know.
Yep.
It's the thing that's weird about it is, we have 2 seasons of them having a good and bad relationship, the two of them, and then
Mm,
she gets hurt, and the put Gorn DNA in her. They put eggs in her, and you're like,
Impregnate.
okay, like she's gonna die. Like that's a plot. We saw Buckley there get exploded
yeah.
with eggs, right? So like we understand that that's already a path that they've laid, and then it turned into, well, we can't let this happen, so
Mhm.
we'll reference another episode where we give an infusion of Una's blood because she can heal things. Like, okay, we're referencing that episode, and we're gonna go to Ken Foree, and we're gonna find this blossom, and we're gonna fix all of her problems. And you're like, okay, because I can follow this. And then it's like
Yeah.
everything is like suppressed, and she's kind of okay, and she's like aggressive, but not really aggressive. And then this episode happens where the temple thing happens, and gamble and all that, and it's like, oh no, there's something else going on here, and you're like, oh, okay, so that must have to do with Gorn stuff or Illyrian
Yeah.
stuff or something. It's got to
Right,
something,
because
right?
that episode where she sees him, she can't even control herself. She has to like fight him like it's her natural cause.
Right,
And you're thinking, well, it must be a Gorn thing.
right.
No, no,
And
no.
you're like, okay. And she does the whole thing where she's got to box and fight because she's got to get rid of all this like aggression built up, which is playing into the Gorn stuff and all of this. And you're like, okay, great. And then this episode happens, and for really no reason, she immediately is like, oh, I'm this like special guardian person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
This
like,
whole
what do
time
you,
I've been wondering like why I don't fit in anywhere.
yeah. And you're like, what do you mean?
Hmm.
And everybody's like, you're just as confused as everybody at the table. And, you turn back the dial a little bit, and it wasn't that long ago that she was kind of up Pike's butt about accepting destiny, that he was going to get blown up and get deformed and be in a wheelchair. And she's like, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, she's all
Yeah.
upset about him, like, believing in that stuff and, like,
Yeah.
letting his life rot away because of it. And then now,
Yeah.
flash forward, she's like, she
Oh,
understands it this much, and she's like, well, it's my destiny. And then she turns to him
Yeah.
and is like, and you of all people would understand that. And it was just like,
Yeah, I know.
what? Like, that's such a
Well, that's
backward
the most
thing of your character.
but the thing too with that, but the thing too with that is it's like last episode she's like fighting the Vulcan general like for justice and duty, and he doesn't side with other people besides Vulcans on the council, and she's like fighting like why she should go back to work.
Right,
And then all of a sudden, like, now what changed? Because they're like, hey, what's his name got out of the buffer, the pattern buffer. And she's
right.
like, that's the higher purpose I've been looking for.
right.
Like, okay.
Yep.
It just,
Because of plot is what this episode is.
And that's
yeah,
what I
Every
mean about the
question you
pacing.
have, yeah.
plot.
It
Why is
just,
this thing? Like, plot.
it's like I told Will last night, I'm all for a chosen one trope. I love it. I mean, I grew up obsessed with the Hunger Games. Like, I love it. I love the chosen one. Just
God damn
consistently disappointed with the way that they like have
it.
potentially interesting plots for women on the show and then just like make it
Hmm.
not interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. They have a tough security officer, Lon, and all she wants to do this season is dance. And
yeah.
then you have Ortegas, who bucks against the system constantly and then gets in trouble, but then
but then
she's back in
doesn't.
it, and then she
Yes.
gets to learn that Gorn are just like people too.
But won't
And she gets,
Mhm.
remember.
and her
But won't
brother makes a
remember.
horrible documentary, but it doesn't matter because Uhura's still gonna date him. Doesn't matter.
They did Ahura dirty this season, man.
The other thing I said to Adri too is it made no sense for Uhura to be on the planet. It's like, why isn't Sam Kirk investigating the
Well,
portal?
this is the first time Sam Kirk has actually done his job in like two
Right,
seasons, so
right.
that was
And
nice.
barely, yeah.
He's like,
It's
oh
just
yes, alien language. That's right. I'm an alien
Oh,
linguist.
that's
oh,
right.
that's my job. No, it's just so frustrating because like the show was good and like a lot of the characters on the show are really good. Like I really enjoy Laan and Una, and I would like to see
Mhm.
more of the people that I don't already know.
Right. Well, you'll see more legacy people. And this is what, if they don't listen to the fans, which I don't think they will, because why would you? But I think
Yeah.
that this is what we're in store for next season is like,
Oh,
well, La'an
exciting.
has to go off the ship or she has to die. You know, Sam Kirk has to leave at some point because he doesn't want to serve with his brother. You got to introduce Bones.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about it now because now everybody will have a mind sequence where they get a good send off. So Spock
That's
and Lon
true.
will get a good,
Well, that's true. Yeah.
it'll be fine. It all makes sense. Just like this.
They'll get to dance in the room with whales.
It's
Yeah.
exactly.
The only good romance the show has ever done is Laan and Kirk
Una,
in that one episode.
Una and Doug, I think you're missing.
Yes, you're so right. No, that was fantastic. That was
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
But how
So
funny is
Doug,
that
we
though?
we came here, Doug, to discuss serious business.
So I largely don't, I mean, really, I don't, there's just nothing to discuss. It's either confusing, it doesn't make sense, or there's like nothing to it. I mean, what is there to really sink your teeth into? She's the white crystal thing
Hmm.
that we saw in the other
So
episode.
let's talk about this moving forward. Okay. So it's like, Pike is depressed. I get it, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody is all happy and smiley at the end. Like, come on, Pike, it's time for another adventure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
Remember how we had
don't be
fun?
sad.
Is this a hit it situation or what?
It's like his girlfriend
Should
just
we
died.
hit
Give him a
it?
break.
Yeah,
Give
I
him a
know it's
minute.
ridiculous. And it's like it's fine, but and that annoys me too that was like a part in the trailer for this. Every time I watch stuff on Paramount, I see that her saying, "Is this a hit it situation?" And then now in context, I'm just like, "You sons of."
Yeah, that sucks.
He's all mopey and sad, and everybody else is like, "We're all doing great now. We've all solved all of our problems. Isn't that great?" And now he's like, well, Marie's dead, and now I know for a fact that like I'm gonna be,
Oh yeah.
destroyed in this accident for sure.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing, going forward, why does Pike want to be with the Thelosians so desperately?
Because it's his
Because
destiny.
Dude, now, okay, so here's the thing, Will and Adrian. If this show ends and we somehow come to the conclusion of Pike and Spock talking, and we learn that Pike wanted nothing to do in the future with the Thelosians, and this is a
yeah.
thing that Spock, like out of like revenge or something, drug him to that planet and dropped him off there. 10 out of 10. This entire everything about this is great. I love it.
That would be insane.
But that's not gonna
No,
happen.
it's totally the fact that you know what the reality of it is. Spock remembers Vina, that she's a deformed human that's living alone on the planet that they left there
Mhm. And he's
because
like,
she was
hey,
such an ugly
Pike is
person.
a disformed human.
Exactly. They literally leave Vina on the planet because she's gross looking, and they don't understand how she's put the back. They don't understand how she's living because the
The Thelo
Telosians
the
assembled her into
Thelosians,
like a
yeah.
meat bag kind of thing.
They have giant brains and they're like no idea where those body parts went. And like, hey,
Right,
why don't you just look in a mirror? You also look like a
right.
human being.
And
Your head is here, your torso is here, and then like your legs and arms, same
nope.
place. You could just done that.
So in the 65 thing, it's just makeup and she's like hunched over, but you're supposed to believe that she's just
Ooh, yeah. A
gross
hideous beast.
amalgamation.
Yeah.
So the thing we're led to believe is that Spock is like, well, we left that lady there all by herself. She wanted Pike to stay. He's also essentially like an invalid. Instead of him just sitting in a room all day long and not talking to anybody, Spock is like, I'll deposit him there. But nobody
Yep.
could know about Talos 4 because it's under lock and key that
Yep.
Nobody's to return there. So he
And
has
my best friend Kirk wouldn't have gone off record and helped
no.
me get there.
He
Had to
doesn't
steal
break
the
the
ship.
rules. No, he doesn't break rules.
No, not at all.
So yeah. And that's it. I mean, that's literally his motivation.
So in my head canon, when Pike and her go back into the cave down there where they were, he immediately puts on a chef robe and he starts cooking.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. He has a
Oh yeah.
fire pit in his room.
And he just talks to her about how much he misses Marie.
My girlfriend's a statue.
Right, exactly. I
You
mean,
ever
that's
heard of the Gordon?
I don't
I remember the Gordon.
I honestly don't know how they don't make it just that.
It's really bad. Yeah, it's really bad.
So
It's been bad this season with timeline into TOS stuff. It's been really glaring this season above all other seasons, I would say, as far as
yes.
like, and I feel like the closer and closer they get to that era,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
going to be, it's just worse and worse. It's like, I don't, it's like, well, why then make these character development things if you know that you can't write them anywhere? Like,
Right.
it's your fault.
It's also the thing that I am now scared for is at least with season two into season three that, we had something to latch onto. Like they got abducted by the Gorn. Like, how's that going to play out? This literally ends with them warping away. There is nothing to be like, well, I hope they wrap up that story, which then
No.
scares me because it makes me think that the season four's 10 episodes are just going to be this with even less story and give more
Mhm.
room for Kirk and the legacy cast to come in because I mean literally what is there to resolve? The Enterprise crew who are there now who aren't there when Kirk takes over. So how do we get rid of those characters? Like that's all that's left to be resolved. It's like, well, yeah, of course Pike getting hurt, but I don't know. It's just like,
Well, remember how like Hammer like sacrificed himself in that one
yeah,
episode?
exactly.
That's just get ready for
Oh,
like five of that.
I miss Hammer.
Yeah, no kidding.
I just don't understand. Like, do any of you feel like when we cut to the menagerie that you feel worse for him being in the wheelchair that beeps?
No, I mean
Not
because
really.
of this stuff, like no, not
That's what I
really.
I
mean.
It
mean,
makes me more mad now that I mean, I know it's probably not him, it's Spock that took him there.
Right.
But it's like so he's so heartbroken and then now he wants to be on that planet. Like I don't it's like it's okay, like whatever.
It's basically Spock finds out about it and then just does it because he doesn't know until they get to that starbase.
I just wish that it had more substance to it. And like, I don't know. I know you couldn't do it because he gets like, they put him in that thing with like that other woman, right? And you're led to believe that they live a life together.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
So
that's not like
don't
this
give
show's fault, but
no, well it is because don't give him a relationship then.
yeah, it's so unnecessary. That's true.
He's a starship captain. He doesn't need to date like
Also,
True.
right
him,
off the bat.
also
True.
him knowing he's going to turn into an invalid in a wheelchair is he's always like, no,
Yeah,
no.
because even in this
True.
episode he's like, "Oh, I just feel really bad that you're going to have to take care of me and the baby."
Yeah.
Right. But invalids deserve love too.
Well, of
Well, that's
course.
true. And I don't disagree.
I want to be clear. We're not saying that if you're an invalid, don't into a romantic
This
relationship.
just
No,
in. Strange New
no, of
World season
course.
3, Star Trek
Also,
says
that's
invalids aren't bad.
that's also probably not the correct terminology
Well,
either.
it's fine.
Disabled. I
It's
don't
fine.
know.
Well, in Star Trek timeline it is.
It's just I don't know. It's just like they had so much room with his character. They
Yeah.
could have done literally anything with him. The stuff where he was searching down the kids and trying to fix it,
Yeah.
and then it was like, nope, don't do that, because look what happens if you stay alive. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's such
He's
a
like, oh,
great, yeah.
geez. It's like, well, just keep trying to like fix it, and he keeps getting like have him keep trying to come at his future a different way, and he just keeps they keep showing that like no, that's going to ruin everything. You have to accept this, so that when it's season three, season four, he just comes to this realization that like he's kind of depressed because it's like
Yeah.
he has no choice.
Yeah. And if you do give him a relationship, which is, I take back like don't do it. But he comes to this
No,
realization, like after you're saying, Will, that he cannot change the future no matter what he does. He breaks up with her
Right,
and says no to all that stuff. And
right,
then that's it. That's the end of her character.
right.
He makes the decision.
And then you just have to have him be in his ready room with Spock, and they have like weekly tea or weekly chats, and he's just like friendly with Spock because of the whole Romulan future stuff. he's trying to get to know Spock more because he got insight from future Admiral alternate timeline Pike that like
Mm,
Spock is very a key element to the future. So he's
yeah.
trying to learn more about Spock. Like, why is this random officer on my ship like the key to the future and like going to save us all?
They forgot that they even wrote that.
Right.
That's such a far removed thing at this point.
It's like spend time where they have like a
No.
real functioning, like almost like a father-son relationship because Spock doesn't like his dad, right? That's an easy thing to write into. And then next
Yeah,
thing
if
you
only we would
know,
have seen stuff.
the next thing you can do, it's easy. It's just like, he starts to talk to Spock about Vina on the thing and just like, like he starts to compare himself to her where he's going to be alone and nobody can like he's starting to feel like how she's feeling and he's like constantly bringing up Talos 4 and all this stuff. And just like
Yeah.
not necessarily that he wants to go back, just more of like it eats at him because she didn't want to leave because she had accepted her fate and now he's like, should I accept my fate? She seemed content with that. And then that way, when it happens, Spock's like, well, doesn't this just make sense? He can have a relationship. I'm helping my friend, father figure, have a fulfilling life more than what he has right now. And
Yeah.
then, two, it's like he doesn't have this like turmoil in his head that like they abandoned her on the planet.
Yeah. No, and I'll tell you what, they're gonna do an episode before the major event, and it's gonna be Pike saying like, "Hey Spock, so since you're like the logical one and you won't disobey like an order, I order you that like if anything happens to me in the future, I want you to, fulfill that role." And
Right.
like that'll be it. And that'll be like a throwaway line, and that's why Spock did what he did in the cage.
Yeah.
Or not the
I know what
cage,
you're saying. Because the whole time he's taking him, he keeps blinking no. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Basically,
Yeah.
make it work, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that is really funny. That does make it seem like Pike like doesn't want to go
No, he
to
doesn't
that
want to go.
planet. And Spock's like, "Ah, yes, right this way, Grandpa. You know."
He
And he's like,
totally is.
"No, no." And,
But,
and Spock's like, "Well, he just doesn't want me to get in trouble."
exactly.
Right.
I mean,
He's
you
such a
can
good
totally
guy.
write
He's
it.
like, "No, no."
I never liked that woman.
Ugh.
But to me, that's just like, that's what you do with his character. It's easy. It's like,
I love the episode where he's trying to change the future, and future Pike comes and talks to him. It's great.
it's
Do
fantastic.
more of that stuff,
And you
please.
also get to
Yeah.
have him interact with Kirk in a way that's like, got it. And then you leave it alone. You
Yeah.
don't gotta have them like constantly see each other like every 2 minutes. And
Yeah.
the most egregious thing was this episode where he talks to him several times, and it's like the captain is not injured on the Farragut. It's like, there is no
Hmm.
logical reason whatsoever for Pike to be talking to Kirk when you're asking them to do something on their ship. For
My
them to
captain said
control.
she owes you.
Right.
Well,
Well, how about you
let me
show?
talk to him on screen, please.
Right, exactly.
You might as well just add Ortega's talk to him. I mean, it's the
Right.
same crap,
And it's
different
like
ship, you know.
you
And I'm
would
sick of
think
him.
I get that they want the whole Spock Kirk mind meld thing, but it would make more sense with two Vulcans doing it. And
Yeah.
secondly, I feel like it was a huge undercut to their friendship that like, well, their whole friendship, the deepening of their friendship is now mostly based on the fact that they had like a shared intimate moment with each other. It's like
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which is what they'll
No,
do
that's
with him
so
and
true.
Pike next season. Him
right,
and Pike
right,
will do a mind meld, and they'll be like, "Well, I know what he
right.
wants. I know what he really wants."
Yeah.
I think it really like I know I liked that it played out like that. Like the mind meld bit of it and them being in syncrasy was cool. I don't disagree with
Yeah,
that.
no, but his storyline makes no sense. It's
But
stupid.
I think it really hurts like the whole premise of their characters. Like the
Yeah.
reason that they have like this bond now is kind of like a superficial thing.
Yeah, that's why he calls him Jim.
Right, exactly. It's like,
Yeah,
wouldn't you have
Uh,
seen that to
yeah.
progress like naturally?
No, we don't have time. Well, we don't have the time.
we don't have the time.
We don't have the time.
That's
We got
like
10 episodes, and we got to make them eight of at least six of them have to be funny. Don't you understand?
no
You have to be funny.
substance. That's the thing. Like this whole season just felt so like nobody actually put any thoughts together about it. And like
Good
Will
thought,
said
no.
it in one of your podcasts that like it feels like Anson Mount like had medical problems or had other commitments or something.
Yeah.
And it
It
also
feels
just felt
like
like the whole writing staff also just like never communicated with one another. I
It
don't know.
honestly feels like either he had medical leave issues or they're legitimately just trying to write him off.
100%.
You know, they're just trying to put him in the back burner. He's gonna die anyway. Put him in the back burner, show all these legacy characters. That's what people are here for.
It's the thing
That's
I went
not.
on a 20-minute tirade the other day about is that Kirk came on the show, the internet exploded that Paul Wesley was amazing. It was like their highest successful show because of Kirk. It went
Mhm,
around all over the
of course.
place. Shatner and him
Hmm.
interacted with each other, so press went wild, all this stuff. And they're
Right.
just like, cool, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just putting
Yeah.
more
The
Kirk in the
the
show.
writers are like a teenage boy that gets a laugh at a joke and then he keeps saying the joke over and
Yes.
over and over and over
Yeah.
until you're sick to death of hearing it. That's what this season is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like
that's
Kirk
yeah.
is a good character.
Oh, totally.
He's obviously like good for a reason, you know? And, like people like him for a reason, I mean.
He's a good cat. He's a good captain. He cares about the
Yeah.
crew and he cares about the ship,
Right.
But
you
it's
know?
like imagine if on any other Star Trek series they constantly were inserting another captain in it.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need that. Like that's not what we wanted from this show. In fact, like when Pike came on Discovery and everybody lost their mind because they love Pike, even
Yeah.
though he's in one episode or two episodes of Trek. That was why we wanted Strange New Worlds, and all the fans were like advocating for Strange New Worlds to like be a thing because we loved Anson Mount as Captain Pike and we wanted
Yeah.
to be
Right.
Captain Pike.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it just is so incredibly frustrating to me to constantly like have him sidelined by Kirk. It's like if you wanted to make more Kirk content, then do that. But like
Yeah. Or
don't
just
act like
wait.
it's a Pike show
Or
and
just
then
wait.
put Kirk in it.
You have like a one more year before you can do like its first steps
Yes.
or you know whatever they're gonna call it, brand new day or freaking year
Boldly
one or
go.
whatever.
Right. It's
Boldly
just
going.
frustrating. And it's frustrating because we care about the characters and the
Hmm.
show. And like
Yeah.
the show
And
was good. They give us the
I know.
tasty morsels of good writing, and then they were like,
Yeah.
But
never
it's like they
again.
don't know what to do with that power of the fans loving a character. They don't understand. Like
Exactly.
just keep doing it.
It's just money. They just, yeah, they saw
Money, money,
The
Yeah,
Kirk
money.
episode do good,
it's
and
just bad
now,
writing, and I think the strike probably had a
yeah.
pretty big impact on it as well. You know, I don't know.
I'm
I
sure.
just would love to hear somebody talk about it, like acknowledge that this was a
Nobody's
weird
gonna
season.
nobody's gonna say anything bad about it. And the thing that upsets me too is then you have episodes that like people can't stand this season, and it was
Yeah,
written by like very popular,
I
you
know.
know, people, Riker, who people love, and it's
I
like
know.
if he doesn't understand what Star
He's
Trek
a
is, then we have no hope. We there's no
For
hope.
real. When we
Yeah.
went to Ticonderoga here in August, there was a question was it to Kate Mulgrew
Okay.
about like somebody in the audience was like asking her what she thought of like New Trek, and she was like, "Oh, I haven't seen it."
Yeah, don't watch it.
They don't watch it. And then
I was in
she
a show for
like,
20 years. I'm good.
yeah, she's done. And she did say like, I hear that it's good, and a large majority of the audience was like, no, no.
It was good.
It was. And then the guy that was asking her, like, kind of elaborated on the fact that, like, when you have 10 episodes, like, 6 or 7 of them should be, like, really good,
Amazing. Yeah.
and then leave room for a few duds. Like,
He
you
basically, the guy
can't.
literally was like, 4 or 5 of them should be exceptional, and
Hmm.
like 2 or 3 of them should be great, and then like 1 or 2 of them are like, they're okay, they're fine.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
mean,
no, and I think that statistic is actually a little off. I think all 10 should be phenomenal because in a
you have so much
23,
time.
24 episode season, you have 10 great episodes. The rest are either or utter garbage. And it's
Yeah.
usually 3 or 4 that are garbage.
Right,
They
So,
seriously
no,
should, like,
statistically, 10, that's your sweet spot, buddy.
they really need to, like, focus on plot writing and not the fancy look at what we can do writing, or extend to like 15, 16 episodes. I understand 24 is like too much on the
It's a lot.
actors and
Yeah.
it's too much.
Yeah, but even any other normal show is like what, 15,
I don't,
12?
Yeah,
because of binging, I don't pay
they're
attention,
usually
but
10 plus.
I think Mandalorian was 12.
Yeah, they're usually
Mhm.
like 12 to 15, maybe 16. Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna get on my high horse for a second. I love period dramas, and I think the BBC is one of the most
The
well done
BBC.
networks of all time.
Yeah.
And the show Downton Abbey is
Yeah.
really one of the best well-written things
They do
I've
period stuff
ever
very well.
enjoyed. And they have, I don't know how many seasons they have in an episode, but like there is there, I will say there is a season that's a dud that
But they're also
nobody
like
can see before.
but they're also like an hour long, aren't they? Each
Right, they're an
episode.
out. That's what I'm saying. And I guess like it's different when like they have their own. Do they do, is it on PB? I don't know. I watched it on Amazon, so I don't know.
They do 7 to 9
Um,
episodes a season,
Right.
and
So it's 9 hours.
they run 45 minutes to over an hour.
the
Wow.
specials are like an hour and a half, or the last episodes and stuff.
Yeah,
But that's what the BBC does.
What's an episode like what was this episode? 42, 43?
50 something minutes, I think.
No way.
Yep.
That's
Didn't feel that
crazy.
long.
So they have the t that's my point. Is like a television show like Downton Abbey has the same amount of time, I
56.
guess, that this show does, and they do so much more in an episode. I mean, like there's so much plot
Yeah.
development, character development in an episode of that show, and there's just nothing in this. And it's just
Do you
like you can do this, you can accomplish this. It has been
yeah.
done. You've done
You
it
know,
before, in fact.
the only negative, like against your point that I'll make is that Downton Abbey doesn't have a thing that they're writing towards.
True. That's true.
They're able to just character develop and make it like really good, like characters that people enjoy, and
Yeah.
just like what their life is like. It's you know, it can be. I mean, it's more than a soap opera, but you know what I mean. But they
But
have good writers and they
but
understand
it's well done.
characters. Yeah.
But you can admit that the only thing that they're nailed to the wall with is that Pike gets put in a wheelchair.
I'm not saying it's a lot. I'm just, I'm just saying
Yeah.
I feel like that is a big enough thing where they're like, we just don't know what to do with his character. Somebody said, I don't remember if it was a comment we had on one of our episodes, but it was like, hey, if I can make Chat GPT write a better episode
Oh.
synopsis than this, it's not good, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
Uh,
like a lot of these have felt like that kind of a thing, you know?
They need to go back to having fans send in scripts. I think I said it in a comment before on one of these, but like the whole thing just it does feel like poorly written like teen fanfic.
yeah.
And
I
I've
forgot.
written enough of
Yeah.
that crap to know.
Mm.
Totally,
It's
made me
like-
totally remember it. When they start playing the lyric to music,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
when he was
Oh,
at the
yeah.
fire, I was like, oh man, we're watching the CW.
Yeah.
Hold on. And he puts his apron on the counter and he's like folding his apron like hold on to what we get.
So, look back at the season. What a fine thing
Nope.
to do.
God, please no.
So, what would you say are the top 3 episodes based
Get
off
out
our
of here.
ratings?
The zombie
here.
one,
Yeah, I would have to put the zombie one up pretty high now.
the
Everybody
wedding
made
one.
fun of me when I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
this will be the best one this season."
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not putting the wedding one up high. That's my
Okay.
And then my
I'm
third is the last one with Ortega. And I
Mm.
never thought I'd say that.
We are very, yeah. I was very surprised when I got on last week and I was like,
know.
you better get ready because I am super upset. And Will's like, we loved it. And I said,
Yeah, it genuinely wasn't the best.
the show's over. This podcast is done. I'm walking away. TNG, I scrubbed my hands of it.
I couldn't believe it because when I saw what it was, I literally said to him, I'm not watching this. Like, this is going to be so bad. I have no interest
Yeah.
in wasting my time.
That's
And
how
he
I
was
felt
like, we're going to
from-
watch it. And I just kept expecting to just be like, this is literally the worst thing I've ever seen. But it just didn't get bad, really. And I was just like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I was surprised.
Yeah, so not for me, Doug. I don't remember even now.
So, number 3,
Number 13.
bronze level, right?
Yeah.
Number 6, that's episode 6, the Sailot who ate its tail. That's the scavenger ship. That's our 3rd highest rated episode where they find the
No
human
way.
scavenger ship.
Is that for real?
Yep.
I don't hate that episode. There's a lot of stuff in it, not a fan of.
Yep, that's our number 3.
It
Wow.
was at least like an interesting concept that they tried to do that I
It was.
enjoyed. And then the twist of it being humans was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then they completely ruined it by Kirk crying about humans being dead, even though
Right.
those humans were killing other species. Like I feel like that's the other thing I think we've touched on too, where it's like they don't understand the Federation,
No.
these writers, because every time that there's a chance to be, racist, they take it.
They jump right
And
on
it's
it.
like,
Yeah.
okay, strange flex, but all right.
I
But
hated that episode so
TNG
much.
does the same thing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Hmm.
TNG does the same thing. I mean, how many times has Wesley been grossed out by an
Oh,
alien? I mean, come on.
that
Well, even the
constantly.
original series,
Yeah.
Bones is awful to Spock, and it's like, isn't that funny? No, frankly, it's not. But that's,
I think he
Bones is
personally
a
just hates Spock. Nah.
Bones is a
Vulcans.
curmudgeon. Yeah.
but he doesn't say like, I don't like you, Spock. He said he specifically picks on Vulcans.
Right.
He, if I can, I'll defend it because it's my lot
Yeah.
in life.
All right, let's hear it.
He only comes down hard on Spock in those situations when people are at risk of dying or getting injured. And Spock is very calculated about statistics and not caring about
Not
people
about the
getting hurt.
people. Yeah. I have,
That's why Bones always calls him a computer and basically yells at him. Because
yeah,
Bones has the oath. He's going to help
true,
anybody that's
true.
injured. Spock will say,
Yeah,
if it's a risk, don't do it. And
that's a
that's
good
why
point.
Bones comes down hard on Spock. There you go.
Mhm.
So,
I
TOS, greatest
Okay,
series ever
you
made.
did it.
Thank you.
You did it.
Thank you, and good night.
That did it for me.
Silver medal tier, episode 8, 4.5 Vulcans.
4.5 Vulcans. Yeah, that was a good episode. I
Four and a
enjoyed
Half
that.
Vulcans is up there. I would put that in my top 3.
Yeah,
It's number 2 on our list.
nice. So you sure would put it in your top 3.
I would.
And then gold tier, number 1 on our list, our highest rated episode. Nothing shares the rating. Is Shuttle to Kenfori.
Yeah, and that tracks.
Yep.
Nothing beats a Jet T holiday. That's good. That's really good. That
So
was a good impression, too.
Thank you. Thank
next is our lowest rated
you. Ooh,
episodes.
tell me.
Coming in at third, number 1, Hegemony Part 2.
Yeah, pretty bad. Looking back, it was a really good episode comparatively. I think we came down really hard on it because the ending is abysmal. The big, like, what we're coming back to watch the season for, and it's over. We did it. Humanity. Woo! Put them lizards to sleep, yo. Yeah, the ending is abysmal, and it's exactly what I knew it was going to be. Let's rush to get this done so we can have wacky, crazy episodes. Yeah.
Number 2 on
2,
our list as
the last thing you'd want on your shuttle.
second to last worst episode that we rated was What is Starfleet, episode
Oh,
7.
that episode blows chunks, man. I'm still not a fan of that episode. I know From My Office made some good points about it
Yeah.
and didn't hate it as much as we did, but I just don't care. I'm sorry. And to put that episode in here and take away from explaining the actual 4-episode plot of the season for that episode, it makes me pretty irate.
Yeah.
I don't care. I know what Starfleet is. I get it. Sometimes they do things that seem bad, but hey, they're kind of the good guys, right? I got it.
Right. And
But
then
I'm not
coming
bitter
in
about it.
at our absolute last place is
This
episode
one.
10.
The season premiere and the season finale. Woo!
That's
And the
sad.
documentary. Woo!
Yeah.
That's good. No, that's fitting.
The rest of them, looking at it, we're all right down the middle. The other 4
Yeah.
that we didn't mention, episode 9, episode 5, episode 4, and episode 2. We're all pretty much 3s across the board.
Yeah, that's what's bad about the season is that our general rating for all of the good episodes have been 3. So we're just like, it was all right.
Yeah. So putting, making a 1 delta bad, 2 delta not good, a 3 delta fine, a 4 delta good, and a 5 delta great. Our average ranking of the season would be 3.1 deltas, so it would be fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's average.
But what do we personally rate it
Oh,
without episode statistics?
I feel like I need to come back to this like
Mm.
6 months from now when I'm not so irritated.
Like right now, the way I feel right now, my instinct says 2,
yeah.
but I
Yeah.
feel like it's too low because there are episodes I liked, but the fact that the plot just falls apart for the entire season, it keeps me at a 2. I'm going to
Yep.
say 2.
I agree. That's what I was thinking too.
So legitimately, I'm at a 2, and I'm going to bump it up for each one. And John Delancey returning, voicing a wispy Q
Yeah.
was great. I'm a huge fan of Terrarium. I really liked that episode. And Doug. So for those
Yeah.
3,
So
I'm
3.
going to say 3.5.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was leaning more towards, like a 3, just because of the things that I did like. Plant zombies,
Yeah. The zombies were good. I liked them, but like they didn't, they were fine.
Yeah, but
It
also
didn't.
like the Klingon's daughter seeking
Yes.
revenge. I thought that
Yes.
was a good plot. I liked
Right.
that that tied back into season two. They
Just
did that
I
well.
just know that I will always like terrarium and I will always like duck. So,
I wish I had Doug in a terrarium.
yeah. Well, since we're talking about Doug in a terrarium,
Yeah.
let's do something fun here. We have
Okay.
a comment from my office
Oh
on
no.
our
I thought you said
episode.
something fun.
Yeah, from our episode of Four and a Half Vulcans.
Yeah.
This is what he says, and then we're going to get into something kind of a nice treat to end this. So he says, three deltas for me as well. Some of this worked well and was humorous. Some of it fell flat. But it was
Hmm.
overall pretty funny. I wish we had seen the away mission instead of it just being done in over comms. But I get they did it for humor. I didn't like Anson Mount's portrayal of a Vulcan. It was
Hmm.
cool that he recorded the which I didn't opening
Okay.
intro as a
Yeah, right.
Vulcan, but we went back and listened to it. But he says, but he seemed too stiff and yet over the top.
I felt that way
Agreed.
too, actually.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled with it.
Well, there's
I
that scene where he's talking to Mbenga and he like deliberately walks up to him and turns and gets like right in his face before he starts talking. And I was
yes,
like,
yeah.
that's not really a Vulcan thing. Like,
Yeah. Too
Right,
much.
right.
Too much.
He says, I think Jess Bush and Celia Gooding played Vulcans well, so Nurse Chapel and Uhura, which, yes,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes. He says, I was very intrigued by what was going on with La'an. It was interesting, but it didn't, I don't know if they were trying to insinuate that she was like a Romulan, but
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah, but you know, I thought that too, but I also don't understand Romulans either because I feel like they've never really explained Romulans. So it's like, are they a type of Vulcan that believe in violence? I don't know. Are they a different
You'll learn more
species?
about
I don't
Romulans
know.
mighty soon.
Everybody talks about Romulans, and it's like I haven't seen anything Romulan. Although, remember
oh,
season two,
yeah, oh,
season two, where they're like,
yeah.
"Hey, we're the
You'll
Romulans, and
you'll see some
we're coming
Romulans.
back with a vengeance,
That's
buddy."
season one, buddy. That's season one.
Well, even better because here we are, season three,
Yeah,
no Romulans.
it's coming, baby.
I think people
It's
just like
coming for you.
saying the word Romulan.
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 He continues, it was weird to see them shoehorn Kirk into the episode just to give Scotty
Yeah.
a pal to hang around with.
So he agrees with that. That's good.
I didn't mind their story, it was entertaining, but it also seems weird to keep bringing Kirk back. We get
Yeah.
it. He'll be the captain soon.
Well, buckle in, buddy.
All right, Caleb, what I want you to do is I want you to open up a tab on your computer to Paramount
Mm.
Plus.
Oh no. All right, I'm on Paramount and I'm watching Cat Dog. Is that
Okay, so after you're watching Cat Dog,
click on it?
yep, you'll go to Strange New Worlds and you'll go down to episode 8 and you'll click Four and a Half Vulcans.
So first of all, so now that you're making me do this live, here's what I'll tell you. I can't stand the Paramount app, just so everybody's aware.
I don't think anybody likes
It's
it.
really bad. It's really bad. The autoplay feature at full blast, it really annoys me constantly. So you want me to watch the actual episode? Is that
So
what you're
click
saying?
on it like it's about to play.
Boom. Season 3, episode 8, Doug.
And then go to like the 51-minute mark.
51 minutes. Okay, it's still loading because it's Paramount. You're telling me there's a thing at the end I didn't see?
What's on the screen? Credits?
Yeah, but I see there's a whole end thing.
Don't hover over it.
How did we miss this?
I don't know. So leave it there.
I never watched these. I never go past the credits. What this
Yeah.
isn't
Either do I.
Marvel.
So, From My Office continues. I would have liked to see how Doug helped the three who quickly went back to being human, sort of like we did with La'an. It was great to have Patton Oswalt on. He's excellent. By the way, the scene you're looking for with the high five is found after the credits of the show. I missed it at first myself, but went back. It was pretty funny, so make sure to check it out.
Oh my God. I feel like such a noob.
So, Caleb, go ahead and watch it.
Okay.
Presents and cake at the same time?
Yes. Also candles. And they do it every year.
Fascinating. Pull on this finger.
That is correct.
Oh my God.
And then,
It's so good.
It is illogical.
but put the it and the is together.
It is illogical.
Close.
It is a lot.
200 words per minute.
That is merely an average. Intelligent humans read closer to 300 words.
God.
But that is so slow. Are humans damaged?
Give me 5. Now, down low.
Down low.
Why would you do that?
Because
You are too slow.
They require 8 hours of sleep every 24 hours?
every day.
Remarkable. How do they get anything done?
He's holding his hand, so I can't move it. Oh.
Closer together, faster.
It is illogical.
Not quite.
You do it.
Some humans eat a great deal of meat. Also cheese.
How much cheese?
How much cheese?
A great deal.
A great deal of cheese.
A great deal of cheese.
And humans view these for the express purpose of being scared?
Yes. They are horror movies.
Are the movies horrible?
Yes.
Are the movies horrible? Yes, no.
Sometimes.
5. Down low. Victory. I am human. Although that is untrue.
Oh my
I
god.
am Vulcan. I'm very excited right now.
Oh my god.
It's.
It's.
It is.
It is. It is.
It is.
It's.
Is that not what I am doing?
Isn't that what I am doing?
Oh.
Isn't. I have achieved it.
I've.
This is the best thing I've seen this entire season, man.
It's, yeah,
It is.
it is.
Just walks away slowly. Oh man, that's so good.
It's phenomenal.
It's a palate
Victory.
cleanser.
It is.
I am.
We've all agreed that we all want stickers and shirts and mugs that say it's just a picture of Patton Oswalt, Doug, and it says a great deal to you.
Yeah, I'm definitely
He's
gonna
like-
have to make like Vulcan, like Spock and Doug outlines.
100%.
Like
It
silhouette.
is, but closer and faster together. It is.
Patton Oswalt was
Isn't.
fantastic.
10
I
out of
hope
10.
we see him again next season. Like, I hope him and Una are like,
It's fine. I don't hold any hopes anymore. That's the well I drink from now.
Man, that's good.
yeah.
That
So that was
is-
worth all the garbage we went through.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love about it, Caleb and I talked about it in that episode, was like Patton Oswalt gets it,
Yes.
right? So like he's a Vulcan who is obsessed with human culture. So he's more expressive. He's more like embodying like the human experience. And he's very curious and fascinated by these things. So Spock like just kind of rolling all the stuff off on him makes perfect sense. And
It's really funny. It's
I
really
just-
good.
Yeah.
I
A
also
smart
feel
human
like
can read 300 words a minute. Are humans damaged? That is so slow.
I'm sure somebody wrote it for him. I'm sure, and they should have the credit. But it just makes me want to believe that like he penned all that stuff. You know,
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you're talking about a guy who played this small role in Parks and Recreation, where he goes to town hall and he explains how Book of Boba Fett should start, and then 10 years later, Book of Boba Fett starts the way Patton Oswalt wrote in Parks and Recreation.
That is fantastic. Patton Oswalt's a legend. And you know
Then
what?
we see his gloved hand emerge from the sands of Tatooine, clawing his way out of the maw.
That's my canon that Patton Oswalt wrote that scene.
No, they 100%, I think, credited like he did it so perfectly. Why change it?
Yeah, it's a excellent. I knew at the end of the day when Adrian and I talked about this the other night, I said if we can't find anything good, if Caleb didn't really like the episode and blah blah blah, I said we can at least do that.
At least
and
we have
a nice
Patton.
palate refresher.
At the end of the day, I will watch season 4 because Spock is just so good.
So that's the thing. He's one of my like
Yeah.
I don't know. He's probably my most favorite portrayal like of Spock that we've had. The Pineverse is great too. I mean, he
Yeah,
is really
I
good.
agree.
We've had some really good. We've been blessed with some really good Spocks.
We have.
Yeah, and I was happy with Scotty this season too. I'm a big Scotty fan.
Yeah.
I was happy with Scotty.
Yeah,
I like
true.
that I liked that they played that prank on him this season.
Yes.
It was fun.
Didn't they do that
Which
to Uhura too in the
they
first
yeah, it was
season?
a callback.
They're supposed to do it to like ensigns or cadets.
Like
The first
like
time
the
you get
captain.
invited to the captain dinner, you're supposed to be
Yeah,
like, "Oh, it's a
because I
formal dinner."
I think like the first or second episode they do that to Uhura. She walks in with her formals.
Yeah, so that was good. I like Scotty. I like Pelia a lot this season.
Yeah.
She's fine.
She's kind of the glue that holds the.
But again, Carol King, like she knows what she's doing. So
Yeah.
classic.
It's just
Um,
all these great characters that like we're not gonna see in the future. So how are we doing it? And now I'm scared because of the Marie situation. I feel
ugh.
scared.
So that's where we hang our hat with Star Trek Strange New Worlds. That does conclude the show until it comes out probably next summer.
4 years from now.
Yep. Caleb and I did talk about covering Star Trek Con. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Star Trek has, right? Star Trek has Khan. And Star Wars has what? No.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
same
was like,
difference.
I couldn't tell you.
so we'll see how things go. We'll see how everything plays out. You know, can't always win them all. And I don't know. I didn't think I would be here with Strange New Worlds to
I
not
know.
really care about catching the next season. And that's
Oh,
what happened. I
no.
mean, literally, I
I'm not.
watched 3 seasons of Discovery and then was like, I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. So here's the thing. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but
Yeah.
I'm not excited for it. Like, I'm not like looking. I'm not like, man, I can't wait till And I felt that way this season because
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
way that the Gorn thing ends. And it's like, oh man, everybody split up. We met Scotty at the end.
Right.
It's like, man, oh man, I'm looking forward to it. But
It had such
I don't feel
potential.
that.
Yeah.
I would have been more happy, honestly, if this entire season was fighting against the Gorn and like doing
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
doing other missions, but also like, fighting the Gorn.
They definitely could have done a lot better with this, but
Yeah.
well, we
So
think
just
our
remember, if we take my DNA, Will's DNA, and Adri's DNA, then we can become the ultimate podcast guardian.
And we can sacrifice ourselves because it's our destiny.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly. Destiny. You can't
Destiny.
run Destiny. Haven't you seen Final Fantasy?
and just wait until Destiny has a child. So, we appreciate all of your comments. We appreciate you watching. We hope you do all the fun, excellent things down below. We thank our special guest, Anna, for dropping in and sharing her views on the season finale.
Ranting and raving.
It's always fun to have another viewpoint on there. And any last words there, special guest, before we close the door?
Yeah, so I own a business called Print and Pedal Co. And today, as of filming this, I launched my fall collection. So if you or someone you know and love enjoys fall things like falling leaves, baked goods, crocheting, like cozy hobbies,
No.
reading is a big one. If you
No,
like
no, not very
pumpkin
much,
earrings, and if you like Stars Hollow and Gilmore Girls, then you should check out my launch.
Nope.
Well, check it out. You never know what you might find on there for someone you like. So stick around for Star Trek Con, and until next summer, you'll have to wait when we cover some more strange new
Yeah.
worlds.
Stay
It is
tuned next
strange.
summer for the new Star Trek bummer.